Fire, 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 fire. Girl in our group has dated exactly 72 men from the dating apps in the prior 5 months. I can't do math, I'm a girl. How many men is that per month? 15 a month? Wait, that's f***ing crazy. What? Dude, I ain't even gonna hold you. I didn't even have 100 friends on Facebook back in the day when people used that shit. I don't even have 72 servers on Discord. Like, I haven't even joined that many. How do you even do that? How many of those icky boys did you kiss too? Does that beg the question, can you truly be addicted to everything? Can you have a dating app addiction? I think you can get addicted to anything if you have the mentality for it and you have a connection in your brain that makes you have a positive reinforcement thing. Yeah, I think it really just depends. Let's read it. She gave us the full rundown last night about her. 30s, 5'2", nerdy STEM girl boss. Ooh, okay, we got it. Short red hair, okay. Glasses. Not super overweight, but not thin. Okay. Has a bunch of small dogs. Okay. Categorized failure. 1/3 tried to hook up on the first date and were immediately waived. So 33% wanted to hook up on the first date and were immediately waived. By who? By her? 1/3 were missing at least one checkbox on her list of must-haves. Most commonly, not tall enough in person. Oh no. She's 5'2" and needs to have a 6-foot guy. Oh my god. Oh, frick. Bro, I am 5'6", and if you're over 5'6", I'm chilling, man. Like, it's not that fucking deep, man. I just don't get this obsession. Where did this obsession come from? Like, I remember talking to my parents about this, like, I don't know, a couple of months ago. My mom's 5'4". She was probably at her tallest before she started shrinking, because that's what happens when you get older. She used to be 5'5". She's 5'4". And I was just sitting here like, did you like try to date my dad because he was like over 6 foot? She's like, no, I just dated him because I liked him. Like, I never thought like, oh my god, he's a tall guy that's so hot. And I'm like, yeah, probably because you're fucking normal. Like, what the fuck? Yeah, like, what the frig? Okay, what is the other part? Oh, second most common was lacking ambition. I will say, I think if you have a lack of ambition, that can also mean like, oh, I'm jobless, I don't really want to like improve myself to like be with you. I can totally understand that, and I think that's also for, you should expect that from women. If a woman says, I don't want to work, I don't want to contribute to the household, you have to do all the work while I sit my fucking fat ass at home, I think that's a valid thing for a man to be like, I'm out of here. So I will say this is probably pretty normal. At least I think. I don't think this is a cringe demand. Okay, what's the next part? 1/3 revealed some type of red flag. Dubious. I don't know what that means, because some red flags, there's the ick list. Do you guys remember that? Red flag, ick list could be anything. It can be like, oh my god, he like didn't open the door for me. That's so gross. Honestly, if she was being truthful, I mostly agree with her. I don't know, I need like some sort of verification for this part. I'm not sold on this. Interesting bits had a total of over 8,000 likes. What? Matches across the apps, multiple in the first week. Dude, if this is true and she's like, oh, let's just say she's overweight, because she said not super overweight, so let's assume she's overweight but not thin. Man, women kind of have it, huh? 72 dates isn't crazy now? That's crazy. I've never used dating apps. I've used it once when I was in college, when I was 17, I think, or 18. And I never used it again. Record for most dates in one day was 5, which she did multiple times. Dude, what? I can't even imagine I don't have the brain capacity to like interact with 5 different people and give them my like full attention. Like in one day, like a 9 to 5? I don't know, I'm very introverted and I can't imagine talking to 5 different people and like having like an honest, like, not an honest conversation, how do I put it? Like giving myself, like, giving them like a fair chance. Says the streamer talking to 1,500 people. Buddy, I am not talking to 1,500 people. I am talking to a vast collective of people that are typing in chat. I'm not talking to 1,500 people. I am talking about a one-on-one conversation. I don't think I could do that. Gar! Fuck! Did I get fucking watered? She only talks to me. Oh, I got successfully rage baited. You get that one. You get that one, okay? Funniest disaster date was with an accountant who crashed out when she ordered a $12 appetizer salad. She ended up paying for her own salad to calm him. Okay, to be fair, $12 for a fucking appetizer salad is unironically insane. No, that's actually insane. $12. Like, okay, maybe it's like $8, but 12! Yeah, that's highway robbery. Multiple men lied about their wealth and were in actuality seeking housing. Okay, but then we also have women that say, oh, well, I don't want to pay for a meal, so I'll just go on a date and fake being interested in a guy. I wouldn't put it past them. Maybe that's true. They're hustling, man. I don't know. They're out there hustling. I don't know whether it's a bad thing. Women do this with like dating and like getting food. I'm not saying that like guys don't do that as well, but I mean, you shouldn't be like surprised or anything. 0 out of 72 got to smash. Okay. Current #1 prospect is a 6 foot. What the fuck? You're a giant. No offense, just like holy shit. Principal level engineer who works in solar and battery tech, who she met off the apps. I bet he has apps too, and he makes $200,000 a year. Yeah, let's put 6'6" into centimeters. 198, man. Holy, that's almost 2 meters tall. She's talking about this like it's a job application? Dude, she's not gonna get this guy. She's probably, I mean, let's be real. I don't know what she looks like, but she's probably like a 5, maybe a 6 out of 10. Maybe she lost some weight. She's probably like a 7 or an 8 out of 10. Because men don't have nothing against short women, and red hair is a big bonus for some people. Glasses is not a factor. Realistically, I think you're cringe if you start saying, oh, if she wears glasses or if he wears glasses, it's stupid, or you know, that's like bad. Like, I think you're a psycho for that. But she's probably not his first prospect. A lot of men like Chubb as well. Yeah, but but her friend specifically specified not super overweight, so I'm just thinking like she's overweight but not thin. Let's read the comments though. This is a 72 virgins joke. Like, I don't know, man. These girls always end up with tall autistic guys who have never been in a serious common law relationship before. I think they just like calling the shots. 5 dates in one day is legitimately insane though. I totally agree. I think that's crazy. I couldn't. I get tired after like talking to one person. Like male or female. I'm just that introverted. Again, this is why I don't like dating apps. Because I feel like they put you in the mindset of check boxes and quote unquote must-haves or like non-negotiables, which is what she was doing, right? When they try to like date people. And that's not really how you should be approaching trying to find a partner that you are going to be with for the rest of your life, right? At least ideally, right? I think the world is full of these stories of like unlikely couples ending up together just because they get to know each other. And I think that's awesome. When you narrow your net all the way down to, well, like, oh, he needs to be 6 foot and he needs to be ambitious and he needs to make $300,000 right off the rip. It's like, you should just give up trying to find someone you like because you're already failing at step 1, right? Just go on a date with people that you think are interesting and see what happens. Being ambitious is a state of mind. Like, a state of mind can change, by the way. Again, this is very vague. I don't know exactly what they mean by this. Maybe he's making 100K and she wants them to make like 200K in the next 5 years. Like, what does it even mean? Like, being ambitious? Like, yeah, he's working on it. Like, chill, right? Like, maybe the guy you went on a date with is very ambitious, but he doesn't feel comfortable sharing that with you yet. Maybe it makes him think that if he shares something like that, it'll change her perception of him. Yeah, you never know. I feel like smart people also don't disclose all the information because it'll make them be perceived differently. Not career-oriented. Yeah, but climbing the corporate ladder sucks. Also, I think it's relatively cringe, and maybe this is my opinion, like, keep this in mind. I think that sharing your salary on the first date is extremely just... I think it's bordering, like, extremely rude. Like, yeah, you can ask someone, oh, but, like, what do you do? Like, I think that's normal, right? I think it's perfectly reasonable to be like, oh, I'm a teacher, I'm a doctor, or I'm a nurse, or blah, 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 blah. I think that's fine, because you have an understanding of what they're doing, and it's also a polite thing to say, but if you're asking their salary, like, bro, back the fuck up, chill. And again, people used to meet naturally, right? When you went on a date with someone, you had already met them in person, usually, right? With dating apps, you're going in blind based off of a profile that everyone embellishes. Man, woman, gay, straight, like, everybody does it. It's such a bad system, but because we've set the precedent that approaching women at all is creepy nowadays, and nobody goes outside, it's the only choice for people to meet. Like, how many of you thought a girl is really, really attractive until she opens her mouth and talks to you? And you're like, oh, hell no. You're like the, you know, like the dog that's like, hell no, hell no, hell no. Every day, yeah, when you turn on stream. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's all about perception. Maybe she's not an 8 out of 10. Maybe she's a 6 out of 10, but she's really smart. Like, she's very, you know, maybe she's a little modest, and you like that kind of thing in a girl, and she's not super duper dumb. Maybe she's dumb in like a ditzy cute kind of way, and that's what like attracts you to her. Or the other way around. Maybe he's not like a stellar supermodel or like super in shape, but he makes you laugh a lot, and that's like awesome. Like, that happens. It genuinely does. And that happens with women to men too. I've absolutely met men that like are at least relatively attractive, and then they open their mouth and you're like, oh, you're not very smart, are you? Like even day to day, like you're working at the office or something, and like a customer walks up to you and they're like an attractive person. You're like, man, you are not smart, and you act like you're really smart. I don't want to talk to you. It's like an instant put off. My mom says I'm special. No, I'm not talking about like you're a little bit dumb or you're a himbo. I'm talking about you act like you're really smart, but you sound really stupid. Again, your success rate is going to be so much lower with dating apps because you're going in blind. That's what I'm trying to say. Is it the nose ring theory? Yeah, I would say nose ring theory is a theory that I would say is quite interesting. It's an interesting one. My mom says I'm smart. Yeah, I bet she does. And again, let's put this in perspective. I have to say, this shocked me. Where is it? 8,000 likes and matches. whatever, you know, at the 8,000 likes and matches across the apps, multiple apps, and you narrowed it down to 72, and of those 72, you chose literally nobody except one guy who's probably got a bunch of bitches lined up anyway, because he's 6'6" and has probably a great job, right? Like, if you can't find a motherfucker to marry with over 8,000 choices in front of you, I think you should probably just give up and get a cat or something, or a dog. Shirley has a bunch of dogs. And you're in your 30s, okay? I swear, it's brain rot. These people try and treat finding a husband like a freaking gotcha game. And don't want anything that's not absolutely perfect. Hey, excuse me, I'm allergic to bullshit. I'm just fucking sneezing. Again, they're unwilling to make compromises when in reality, that is like 90% of relationships. I remember talking to my parents one time and I was like, Mom, why do you deal with Dad when he like farts and doesn't... he picks his boogers and stuff. Like, I remember that was like one of my grossest, like, one of the things that I hated about my dad, and I don't mean like hated, but he just fucking walk up and fart and walk away. And that would piss me off. Like, I'm like a little girl, and I'd be like, Dad, it's fucking nasty. And my mom's like, I've been trying to tell you like for years to stop. And my dad's like, I don't give a fuck, like. And you know, it's just a dad thing. Like, I'm sure it annoys my mom to no end, but like, she still loves him, right? Like, that was one of my big pet peeves. And you think to yourself, like, she's not gonna leave him because he just freaking farts or something, like, or doesn't like submit to her asking for like a crop dusting break. I know it's kind of a ridiculous example, but like, you know what I mean? Like, not everybody's perfect. Some people are really stubborn. Some people argue a lot. Like, you gotta work with them, or maybe they don't earn that much money, but they like put in effort elsewhere. Compromises are 90% of a relationship. And again, 5 dates, by the way, I can't get over this. This is 5 dates, multiple times. How are we serious? How fried are your dopamine receptors? Most people can't even get smiled at by someone they find attractive, and they'll think about it for the rest of the day. Like, I've actually done this. I rode my bike and a woman jogging smiled at me when I rode past her, and she had blonde hair and she had a hat on and she had sunglasses on. I still think about it to this day, and I'm not even like, I'm not attracted to women. I'm just, I can't imagine what it's like to like go on 5 dates in one day. Meanwhile, you're going on 5 full-fledged dates in a single day. It's like you're trying to roll perfect stats on your date, so you're just spinning the wheel over and over and over again. And unless you see a near perfect stat spread, you just feel nothing. Like, what is wrong with you? She's definitely not paying for them? Yeah, maybe, I don't know. I can't imagine living like this. And you know the best part? Your brain is so fried from treating potential life partners like gotcha characters that if you actually succeed and find someone in 8,000 likes and matches, you're probably gonna fuck it up. You find someone to date long term, what if you fuck it up? The second they aren't perfect and you find out something, like let's say she gets this guy that's 6'6" and he's a principal level engineer. I don't know, maybe she finds out his pee-pee is small, and then she's like, oh my god, no, I just can't be with someone that has a small pee-pee, and then she just fucking dumps him. It's like, what is wrong with you? You had 9 out of 10 qualifiers in your stupid head, and then that's what breaks your fucking bank? There are girls out there like that. Like, imagine you roll a beautiful supermodel woman and you're like, ah, man, she doesn't have double D's. Oh, my life is ruined. Like, I feel like a lot of my chat would be like, holy shit. Nah, it's fine. You know, like, yeah, not a cat girl. She doesn't have a tail. Fuck me, I guess. Or his nose is like fucking too small. I don't know. I've heard some dumb shit being said by girls. They're like, oh my god, his eyes aren't like actually blue. And it's like, okay, so they're hazel? Wait. Role as supermodel. No, I mean, like, let's put it in perspective. This is just an amazing role. 6'6", works in a solar battery tech, and maybe they have a lot in common because she's like a nerdy STEM girl boss. They have like actual common interests. Like, how many times are you gonna roll to try and find another guy like this? Boobs are boobs? I know! And she's still not sold on him? That's what I'm saying! 0 out of 72 smash, and then she's like, her current prospect is like this guy, and they still haven't even talked yet. Now ask yourself what happens when a gacha player rolls an even better character than their main. Oh, yeah. Social media has ruined expectations. Absolutely. Looking at supermodels on Instagram all day and seeing thirst traps, male thirst traps all day, and you just think to yourself like, oh my god, the guy has to have like a 6-pack and have big muscles and a fat cock. If he's anything below that, and he has to make a lot of money, where's the 6-pack of beer? That's right. That's like her once in a lifetime chance with the last guy, and he's probably not gonna pick her because let's be real, the fact that we've seen this in so many TikToks at this point. We've seen it in so many TikToks. Being over 6 foot, quote unquote, like makes you attractive. Crazy work. So glad I just never installed that shit. I've never installed an app. Watching Pump and Dump? Yeah, probably. Gamification doesn't mix well with relationships. Yes, that's actually a really good term. Gamification, where you have to have checkboxes and ticks. I don't know, it's like from a philosophical perspective, it's like we're min-maxing dating. You know how you min-max in a video game? You like Elden Ring, like any MMO, you're like min-maxing your stats, and then at the end of the day, it's like, what does that actually do for you? You're min-maxing it to shit and back. You can't do that with people. You can do it with a video game because it's not real life. And again, I can't help but laugh that these comments down here are pretty reasonable. 5 dates in 1 day is legitimately insane, though. This sounds about right for San Francisco and Seattle. My friend's wife did this as an average-looking woman in Cleveland. She basically decided at age 30 she was gonna go find a husband, hell or high water, and went on 5 dates a week for around 6 months until she found my friend. What does he make of this? He's just happy he found someone? Gender Wars final boss, 5-star lieutenant, woman general, men's time annihilator. Wait. Dude, this sounds like a gotcha pull. See what I mean? This guy got it. Johnny Test Dad. As you sow, so shall you reap. Whoa, these fucking comments, man. Genuine question, as a man, would you want to date someone 6'6" if you're 5'2"? Holy? No, I don't. No, absolutely not. That's not a fucking factor. That's so dumb and stupid. Like, I understand the mentality of a woman wanting a man that's of equal or bigger size than her, because that's just how women's brains are wired. I understand that. But why in the world do you need someone who's 6'6"? Or like over 6 foot when you're 5'2"? Like 5'2" is really short. My mom's 5'4", and I think she's pretty fucking short. Being over 6 foot just means back palms are bending all over because the world isn't made for tall people. That's true.